Genuine question. Do you ever start feeling bad for the other team when your team that you're rooting for is just demolishing them? And there's options here. There's absolutely not, never. There's not in the playoffs at all or against a rival team like, let's say for Vegas, Edmonton or San Jose, you know. There is the, if it's more than 8 or so, then you start maybe, or if it's against a goalie you really like. I would classify those as kind of similar. Or there's, in the second period, the Vegas Golden Knights win against the Montreal Canadiens 5-2. The first period, Vegas really outplayed Montreal for a majority of that, but we could not solve Sam Montembeault. And then in the second period, everything changed.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
I'm just gonna try to rapid fire. A little less than 5 minutes in, Braden McNabb with a beautiful feed over to Tomas Hertl, who scored his 8th of the season. But to clarify, I thought this was illegal because it was not on the power play. And 6 of his 7 goals this year have been on the power play. So yay, for 5-on-5 goal for Tomas Hertl, right? And then first career NHL goal for Cal Burke, who is definitely a beneficiary, and he said so in his interview during the second intermission about his first career NHL goal, that playing with Eichel and Barbashev is definitely going to assist towards that. But he honestly had a really good couple of looks in the first period as well that Montembeault saved. And so I felt like he was going to get it tonight, and he did. So I'm happy for that guy. It's his first career NHL goal in his 7th career NHL game. And I think he said his dad was there at the game. So that, you know, I'm happy for him. That also means that Eichel is the fastest player in franchise history to hit 30 points in a season, this game being game 21. And then less than a minute later, Ivan Barbashev and Jack Eichel have a 2-on-1 kind of really quick breakout off of a turnover as Montreal was entering the offensive zone. So we come right back, storming back, and again, this is a minute after the Cal Burke goal, where Barbashev and Eichel do a little passing catch, and Barbashev passed it to Eichel, and I thought Eichel was going to score here, and those are the two that I thought were going to score based on how the first period went. But Eichel made the extra pass back to Ivan Barbashev, which, two things. One, Barbashev barely got it, and the reason he barely got it, the second half, is because he like backed off like his speed. He like let off as soon as he passed the puck over to Eichel, and the fact that, you know, he let off meant that he could get that pass back from Eichel, and he buried it. And I just, that was really close to not happening, but it did. So yeah, Ivan Barbashev from Eichel, fantastic goal. 2 minutes later, again, as Montreal is entering the offensive zone, Vegas with a quick stick on puck to break up the play, and then they intercept the Montreal getting the puck again in the neutral zone. Hanifin skates in, he's very deep, he passes it back to the slot for Tanner Pearson, who buries it. It's 4-0 Vegas. 3 goals in 3 minutes and 17 seconds? Did I say 3 minutes? I meant 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Yeah. Did I say 3-0? I meant 4-0. Then White Cloud on the point sends a shot on. Montembeault like fumbled it in the air. He like didn't get it or something, and so it plops right back down in front of him where Keegan Kolzar buries on a rebound, and it's 5-0 Vegas Golden Knights in the second period. It just like kept getting worse and worse and worse for this young Montreal team. That's all that happened, right? That's the end of the game. We can roll the outro, and yeah, we're good. You don't have to worry about it. Why is there more time? Why are we still here? Well, I stopped paying attention a little bit, and like if you're a fan and your team's up 5-0 in the regular season, you can be allowed. Well, you can do whatever you want. You're a fan. You could not watch certain games in the like whatever, but you would not at all be blamed if you were to, you know, stop paying attention a little bit. The thing is as a fan, that's perfectly acceptable. As players on the ice who have 20 minutes of hockey left to play, that is not acceptable, and that's what Vegas did. So for the first like 5 minutes of the third period, it's all Montreal. And yeah, Vegas looked like they left the Bell Center early, and that's not great. but Montreal gets one on the power play to break up the shutout. Emil Heineman, I don't know who, I honestly didn't know who either of their goal scorers are. The second goal scorer that they scored 10 minutes later is Jaden Struble, who's a defenseman on a really good play from Brendan Gallagher, I think. For Montreal to, you know, claw their way back into this, and there was a time on the power play that they got, which the first goal they got, you know, and then we got a power play, but it felt like a power play for Montreal because Joel Armia had a breakaway chance opportunity, but he either missed or got robbed by Hill. Either way, Vegas kind of shut off their brain for the third period, and like, understandable, but like, don't. You need to form the habits now for when April rolls around to, you know, not do that. We do complete the touchdown, Jack Eichel from Barbashev to bury it, and it's a really pretty goal, and it makes it 6-2. So no extra point, no 2-point conversion attempt, whatever, but we do get 2 points out of this, and so that's fantastic because A, it's on the road, so, you know, trying to continue to improve our road record, right? B, this is the Montreal Canadiens. We should be beating this year's Montreal Canadiens, right? I mean, technically, we also should have beaten them in 2021, and look how that turned out. But we held them to 2 shots in the second period, which is the 7th time in franchise history that that's happened, and the 2nd time on the road that that's happened, which just to like, I don't know if this is a unique stat or not, but that's almost once a season that we hold a team to 2 shots in a single period, and like, yeah. That's good. There's not really much more to say. Nick Hague came back. Yes, Nick Hague came out and Robert Hague was out. White Cloud did leave the game a couple of minutes early. He went down the tunnel in the 3rd towards the end, and I don't know what his status is, but like, I just, guys, can we, we're supposed to be getting healthier, not breaking even with injuries. Honestly, a really, really solid 40-minute effort from the Vegas Golden Knights, which fortunately was enough to win tonight, but that's, you know, good. Our next game is Monday against Philadelphia, which we also should be winning, hopefully, you know, but, you know, anything can happen. There's only 1 game tomorrow. Like, NHL, what are you doing, guys? I don't get the scheduling for this. 15 games today. Like, I get you don't want to compete with the NFL, but like, seriously, like, especially because most of these games are happening like right now, or like they just finished. Like, space it out, have earlier games. I know it's college football, but there's halftime and people might switch over and then be so engrossed with the sport that you're supposed to be promoting and supposed to be all in about and supposed to be celebrating like it's the greatest thing on earth, and you just don't treat it that way, which just leads into the self-fulfilling prophecy that those other sports are going to take precedent. So, you know, it is what it is. Vegas wins. Yeah, that's the point. I'm gonna get off the soapbox, but that's gonna be it for Game 21's Nightly Review. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.